Retire Internationally is an organization designed to serve people who are looking at their retirement, whether it's in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, who are looking for something that's affordable, that's within their means, but it's also a place where they can live in connection with other people, in community, and also where they'll have services as they begin to need them. So truly places where they could retire and age in place. Most of the people coming to us are in their 50s or 60s. There are some couples, mostly single people, who are very interested in international retirement, but maybe don't want to do it all on their own, that want a community of support both here to talk about and envision those kind of plans with, but also to possibly live in connection with in these communities. So our first mission is to bring people together and share ideas about places and opportunities for collaborating, and as part of that we're doing journeys that will include how to live in community and connection in international hotspot retirement spots. The people who are drawn to these trips and who could benefit are people who have had good occupations as teachers, as social workers, therapists. These are the type of people coming, and they've got some money, but when they're looking at the cost of care, the cost of housing, for people they may have known, a lot of times it's seeing their parents and what their parents are spending on care. To come to this group to learn about alternatives, ways to have a really exciting retirement future, and one where you have the services you need, but that's affordable, that's within the means. Some people coming have aging parents, and they're interested in coming with their parents so that they could actually afford to be the primary caregiver living with their parents and hire support staff, which is prohibitive here because most people have to be making a lot of money in order to pay for care. Some people coming are already looking at making an assisted living placement for their parents and seeing that they just don't have that amount of money. They don't have those kind of resources to last long term, because care in our area is typically $5,000 a month or more just for housing and services, and often a lot more. So some people coming to us are asking, what about a placement for my parents now? And we're connecting them to existing wonderful communities, especially in the Lake Chapala region. Well, for myself, I've always been a little outside the mainstream. I have never really had the traditional path of, get a job out of college and work, in the same field and save a lot of money for your retirement. I've always been a traveler. I've always liked to do things a little bit differently. But now I'm in my 50s and looking at my own needs for retirement. And I'm a senior care expert, and that's what I've been focusing my career of the last 10 years or so on, helping connect people to senior services as they start to need care, housing, maybe in-home care, how to make sure they have the right insurance to help make sure that they're taken care of under any circumstances. And I've worked now with hundreds of individuals and their families, putting care plans into place. So what I bring to this idea is really a knowledge of seeing the type of issues that develop as we age and what kind of needs we're going to have. So any place that we go is going to have a connection to services as people begin to need them, and a connection to quality medical care. But I also am a traveler, and I've been many places in the world. As a traveler, you always feel like you haven't seen that much, but personally I've been looking for a place for my own retirement for close to 15 years for myself and my friends, just kind of knowing that might be in the cards for me, but certainly now that I've been doing senior care, seeing that that's a much more viable option for me to live well even when I need care outside of the U.S. So I feel like all of my interests and experience are culminating with Retire Internationally, and that's why I founded the company.